Amigos, otra fiesta. Estamos aquí desde Orlando con el señor Chris Kirkpatrick. ¿Cómo estás, Chris?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
¿Todo bien? ¿Y tú?
Yeah, good.
So good to see you again. We're right here again at SeaWorld.
Yeah.
How's life? How's everything going?
Man, great. This tour is awesome. It's so much fun. You know, the OTOWN guys are great. Ryan Cabrera, we got Brad from LFO, and it's just I've been out on this tour for I think 2 years now, or 2.5 years maybe, and everywhere we go, we just have fun. And now it's a hometown show. Yeah. You know, I mean, I lived here most of my life. Brad lives here. Ryan lives here, and OTOWN is named for here. So it's a big hometown show.
And everybody calls Orlando OTOWN, which is so funny.
Not everybody.
Well, a lot of people.
I don't.
You don't call it?
I don't call it. I call it Orlando.
You call it Orlando?
I call it Orlando. I call them OTOWN, this Orlando.
Okay. I call them both OTOWN. Is that
Do you?
Yeah.
That's okay. I mean, you're wearing the shirt, so
Yeah.
you're fine.
But you don't know something.
Uh-oh.
Look at these socks.
Yeah!
You see?
You got the good socks on.
I've seen their show myself. I'm very excited for everybody here in Orlando to check it out because it's so fun. What do you think, the most fun part for you to do the show?
Me hosting. I love hosting it. Doing the songs is always great too, but I think just, again, touring around with these guys, like we have so much fun, and it's something that it's never stagnant. Everywhere we go, it's a different show. We play casinos, we play theaters, we play amphitheaters, we play festivals, we play in everything in between. So it's like everywhere we go, you show up and we're like, what is it going to be today? So that makes it fun, because when you're doing, a lot of times you do big shows, or if you do arenas or you do stuff like that, not to say we wouldn't want to, but you know, you're doing those places and you go in and it's a dressing room, same dressing room everywhere. Here it's like, it's a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
I know you have another show with Eric and Jeff from 98 Degrees that you guys do, the symphony one.
Yep.
Yeah, and then, you know, Joey and AJ were touring,
Yep.
which honestly, I never thought Backstreet Boys and NSYNC will merge and like do projects together.
Oh, man.
How was that for you? If somebody would have told you that back in the day, like you guys are going to team up with the Backstreet Boys and do stuff.
I think we had good hindsight. I think we knew. I mean, there was, even back then, between us, there was never a problem. Howie and I, here in Orlando, went to school together. Okay. So, you know, him and I have been friends since way before both of our bands. We've never had anything with them. It's always been just kind of fun jabs here and there. And it's mostly the fans. A lot of time the fans, because they felt like they can't be a Backstreet Boys fan and an NSYNC fan. It's like one or the other. And then once you pick that one, then you hated the other one. So there was never anything between us.
I'm not going to ask you about an NSYNC reunion tour. I know you're probably thinking that I'm going to ask you that, but I'm going
to ask me in a different way.
No. But I am going to say that I love how you guys support each other so much. You and Lance went to see Joey and Juliet.
We did.
You guys all went to see Justin in concert. Joey was in Broadway, couldn't make it, but you photoshopped him in the photo, which, by the way, that was amazing.
Yep. Well, actually, I was just a couple weeks ago out on tour with the end of Justin's tour. I jumped on with him for about a week and hung out with him. Came to Orlando a couple weeks ago and met up with JC and hung out with him, and then went to New York and saw Joey with Lance. And so I've seen all the guys in the last month, but that's about it.
Is there a group chat?
Oh, of course there's a group chat.
Is it called NSYNC or what is it called?
I think it's called NSYNC, actually. No, honestly, no, I really think it is.
Show me your phone right now. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't have it, but I think it's called NSYNC or NSYNC or one of the. It's so easy. I mean, NSYNC. I mean, that's just too easy.
Bye 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 is obviously one of my favorite songs by NSYNC. And last year, Deadpool and Wolverine had this song, which I love that now it's called Bye Bye Bye, and then it says Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah. Whose decision was that?
I think it was actually that Ryan Reynolds and the production came, because we went to the premiere, which I'm a big Deadpool fan. Spider-Man's my #1, but Deadpool was like #2. And you know, when we got approached about that, I was like, because they always ask, you know, through emails or whatever, and I was like, yes, and I don't care what the other guys say. It's a yes. Let them have that. That's one of my favorites. They have to use it. But Ryan told me that he's been wanting to use it for a really long time, and I was like, why didn't you tell us? Like, we'd use that all the time. It's kind of crazy that it's sparked back up again. It charted, it did all these things. My kid plays Fortnite, and he came screaming out one morning because it became an emote in Fortnite, and he's like, Dad, you've made it.
You've been made it.
I've made it. We're an emo on Fortnite.
I love that, man. That's amazing. And you also voice a character on Nickelodeon for the Very Odd Parents.
Yeah.
You've done it all, man.
Well, not all.
What do you want to do? What's something that you're like, I still want to do this and I haven't been able to do?
Something I haven't been able to do? Ooh, I don't know. I've gotten to do, like you said, so much. I just like do more of it. Okay. You know, I like the touring. I love the guys. I love, you know, being with my guys, with the NSYNC guys. Would love to, you know, write with them. And we've kind of, through the years, JC and I have written together. So we've done a little bit of that stuff. But there's so much, like, I love that I get to do this. And by this, I mean all of this. You know, it's fun. It's fun to tour. It's fun to make music. It's fun to make, you know, people happy. And that's what I love.
I always wanted to be a cartoon. I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
And also, I also wanted to be in a boy band.
Yeah.
I can, like, it'll be in the next life now.
Well, it was crazy with the cartoon because it was back, you know, in our popularity. And I remember I was approached about this, and they're like, "Yeah, we're doing this new show. It's called Fairly Odd Parents, and we want you to be like this pop guy that comes in and sings a couple songs." And I was like, "You mean like Jet Screamer from the Jetsons?" They're like, "Exactly." And I was like, "Cause that is one of my favorites, Jet Screamer." And like, I grew up on cartoons and I'm a huge cartoon fan. So when they asked me, I was like, no brainer. And now I'm like, give me another gig. I want more. I want to do more voices. It's fun.
I have a little game that I want to play with you. It's more like you have to tell me like which one will you choose, okay? Since this is like a 2000s tour.
It's like, would you rather like eat razor blades?
No, not to that extent.
A 9-inch replica of the Empire State Building.
We can take it there if you want, but it's more chill. A Furby or a Tamagotchi?
Tamagotchi.
Jinko jeans or cargo pants?
Jinko jeans.
A bandana or a Kangol bucket hat?
Ooh, bandana.
You're gonna say braids, man.
No. Well, I would wear the bandana like a headband almost, so my braids could stick out the top.
I know which one you're gonna pick, but I'm gonna ask: Nickelodeon or Cartoon?
Oh, are those NSYNC or Backstreet?
Nickelodeon or
90
Cartoon?
degrees. Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network?
Yeah.
I plead the fifth on that one.
Yeah.
Because my show was on Nickelodeon, but I was a big Cartoon Network fan.
Dunkaroos or Twinkies?
Twinkies. Definitely Twinkies.
Same.
But that's 80s too. I'm an 80s baby.
Me too, 1985.
No. I grew up in the 80s.
Okay. Close.
I was born in the 80s.
Okay. Flip phone or Nokia phone?
Ooh. I liked the Nokias when they came out, but it was like the Razors, the flip phones after were the deals.
And last but not least, Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera?
I love them both, but I've always had a weird spot in my heart for Christina.
Really?
It's her voice. Yeah. I love her voice. I remember the first time I met her. Well, first time I met them both when they were, you know, just so young.
Open for your tour.
Yes, they were both so young, and just especially Christina though, hearing that voice come out of that tiny little girl was just like, where is this coming from? Like she's, and I know all the stories from the Mouse Club days and all that stuff. So I love them both. Hey, this is Chris Kirkpatrick, and you're watching Ultra Fiesta.